Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm V. Ravi Kumar and with me is Renu Kataria with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches world's first cheetah rehabilitation project by releasing 8 cheetahs brought from Namibia at MP's Kuno National Park. Prime Minister says Project Cheetah is India's message to the world that economy and ecology are not conflicting fields and progress of the country can happen along with protecting the environment. Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates year-long celebrations of Hyderabad Liberation Day. National Logistics Policy to be launched in New Delhi this evening. President, Vice President, Union Minister and other leaders wish Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his birthday. Bharatiya Janata Party is celebrating Mr. Modi's birthday by organizing Seva Pakhwada across the country. E-auction of gifts presented to Prime Minister Narendra Modi begins. In Davis Cup tennis tournament, Indian duo Yuki Bhamri and Saket Maineni to take on Norwegian pair of Viktor Duravosic and Kasper Ruth at Lillehammer. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today released wild cheetahs which had become extinct from India at Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Modi released cheetahs at 2 release points in the park. The cheetahs have been brought from Namibia and are being introduced in India under Project Cheetah, which is the world's first intercontinental large wild carnivore translocation project. Out of the 8 cheetahs, 5 are female and 3 male. On the occasion, he also interacted with Cheetah Mitras, Cheetah Rehabilitation Management Group and students at the venue. The release of wild cheetahs by the Prime Minister is part of his efforts to revitalize and diversify India's wildlife and its habitat. The cheetah was declared extinct in India in 1952. In his address to the nation on the occasion, the Prime Minister said these cheetahs will help restore open forests and grassland ecosystems in India.
जब प्रकृति और पर्यावरण का संरक्षण होता है तो हमारा भविष्य भी सुरक्षित होता है। विकास और समृद्धि के रास्ते भी खुलते हैं। कुनो नेशनल पार्क में जब चीता फिर से दौड़ेंगे तो यहाँ का ग्रासलैंड इकोसिस्टम फिर से रिस्टोर होगा, बायोडायवर्सिटी और बढ़ेगी। आने वाले दिनों में यहाँ इको टूरिज्म भी बढ़ेगा, यहाँ विकास की नई संभावनाएं जन्म लेगी, रोजगार के अवसर बढ़ेंगे।
The historic reintroduction of cheetahs in India is part of a long series of measures for ensuring sustainability and environment protection in the last 8 years, which has resulted in significant achievements in the area of environment protection and sustainability. The Prime Minister said that the India of the 21st century is giving a message to the whole world that economy and ecology are not conflicting fields.
पर्यावरण की रक्षा के साथ ही देश की प्रगति भी हो सकती है, ये भारत ने दुनिया को करके दिखाया है। आज एक और हम विश्व की तेजी से बढ़ती अर्थव्यवस्था में शामिल है तो साथ ही देश के वन क्षेत्रों का विस्तार भी तेजी से हो रहा है। प्रकृति और पर्यावरण, पशु और पक्षी भारत के लिए एक केवल सस्टेनेबिलिटी और सिक्योरिटी के विषय ही सिर्फ है ऐसा नहीं है, हमारे लिए ये हमारी सेंसिबिलिटी और स्पिरिचुअलिटी का भी आधार है।
The Prime Minister emphasized that this monumental occasion has led to the nature-loving consciousness of India being awakened with full force. Mr. Modi congratulated all the countrymen on this historic occasion while making a special mention of Namibia and its government with whose cooperation the cheetahs have returned to Indian soil after decades.
मैं हमारे मित्र देश नामीबिया और वहां की सरकार का धन्यवाद करता हूं, जिनके सहयोग से दशकों बाद चीते भारत की धरती पर वापस लौटे हैं। मुझे विश्वास है ये चीते न केवल प्रकृति के प्रति हमारी जिम्मेदारियों का बोध कराएंगे, बल्कि हमारे मानवीय मूल्यों और परंपराओं से भी अवगत कराएंगे।
Taking note of Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, the Prime Minister recalled the Panch Pran and highlighted the importance of taking pride in India's heritage and liberation from the mentality of slavery. He recalled that in the last centuries the exploitation of nature was considered to be a symbol of power and modernity. The Prime Minister remarked that even though cheetahs had become extinct from India in 1952, no meaningful effort was made to rehabilitate them for the past 7 decades. He expressed elation that in the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the country has started to rehabilitate cheetahs with new energy. Drawing everyone's attention to the years of hard work that went behind making this rehabilitation successful, he said that the utmost energy was deployed for an area that is not given too much political importance. He mentioned that a detailed cheetah action plan was prepared while India's talented scientists conducted extensive research working closely with South African and Namibian experts. The Prime Minister made a request to all the countrymen to act with patience and wait for a few months to witness the cheetahs released in Kuno National Park. Throwing light on the work carried out by the government, the Prime Minister said that since the formation of his government in 2014, about 250 new protected areas have been added in the country. He added that there has been a big increase in the number of Asiatic lions and Gujarat has emerged as a dominating sphere of Asiatic lions in the country. He also drew everyone's attention to the global issues that India is addressing today and reiterated the need to analyze global problems, their solutions, and even our lives in a holistic way. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The tiger population in India has increased from 2,226 in 2014 to 2,967 in 2018. The budgetary allocation for tiger conservation was raised from 185 crore rupees in 2014 to 300 crore rupees in 2022. The population of Asiatic lions also recorded a steady increase with a population of 674 since 2015. So far, it has witnessed one of the highest growth rate of 28.87%. Besides, the country has also witnessed over 60% increase in the population of leopard since 2014. The number of leopard has gone up from 7,910 in 2014 to 12,852 in 2020. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah today inaugurated the year-long celebrations of Hyderabad Liberation Day at the parade grounds in Hyderabad. He hoisted the national flag and received the Guard of Honor from the paramilitary forces. Speaking on the occasion, he said, for the first time, Liberation Day is being held officially on the land of Telangana after 75 years. He said some political parties feel ashamed to call September 17 Hyderabad Liberation Day as they still have fear of Razakars in their mind.
दुर्भाग्य की बात है 75 साल चले गए जिन्होंने यहाँ पर शासन किया उन्होंने वोट बैंक की राजनीति के कारण हैदराबाद मुक्ति दिन मनाने का साहस नहीं किया। वादे तो अनेक लोगों ने किए मगर सत्ता पर आते ही रजाकारों की भय से पलट गए। आज मैं भारत सरकार के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को लाख लाख बधाई देना चाहता हूं जिन्होंने निर्णय किया कि हैदराबाद मुक्ति दिन को मनाया जाएगा।
Mr. Shah also paid rich tributes to India's first Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel for deciding to launch police action against the Nizam's army and Razakars to make Hyderabad a part of India. He bowed to the martyrs and the brave warriors who fought valiantly against the atrocities of Razakars under the cruel Nizam rule to merge Hyderabad into the Union of India.
निजाम के रजाकारों की असहनीय यातनाओं को ये पूरा क्षेत्र सहन करता रहा। उसके बाद जब सरदार पटेल ने पुलिस एक्शन लिया तब जाकर ये तेलंगाना स्वतंत्र हुआ था। मित्रों, आज के दिन अनेक वीर शहीद जिन्होंने अपना सर्वस्व न्योछावर किया, स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को मैं प्रणाम कर श्रद्धांजलि देना चाहता हूं।
Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Karnataka Transport Minister Sri Ramulu and Union Culture Minister G. Kishan Reddy attended the event, while Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao was away from the event. Cultural troops from all three states displayed the cultural richness of the region on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, Kishan Reddy said the freedom fighters who laid their lives for liberating Hyderabad have been paid true tributes today, following the official celebration of the day for the first time in Hyderabad.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the National Logistics Policy NLP in New Delhi today. The need for a national logistics policy was felt since the logistics cost in India is high as compared to other developed economies. It is imperative to reduce the logistics costs in India for improving the competitiveness of Indian goods both in domestic as well as export markets. Reduced logistics costs improves efficiency, cutting across various sectors of the economy, encouraging value addition and enterprise. More from our correspondent.
Since 2014, the government has put significant emphasis on improving both ease of doing business and ease of living. National Logistics Policy, a comprehensive effort to address issues of high cost and inefficiency by laying down an overarching interdisciplinary, cross-sectoral and multi-jurisdictional framework for the development of the entire logistics ecosystem, is yet another step in this direction. The policy is an endeavor to improve competitiveness of Indian goods, enhancing economic growth and increasing employment opportunities. It has been the vision of the Prime Minister to develop world-class modern infrastructure through integration of all stakeholders in holistic planning and implementation so that efficiency and synergy is achieved in the execution of the project. The PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity, launched by the Prime Minister last year, is a pioneering step in this direction. PM Gati Shakti will get further boost and complementarity with the launch of National Logistics Policy. Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches world's first cheetah rehabilitation project by releasing 8 cheetahs brought from Namibia at MP's Kuno National Park. Prime Minister says Project Cheetah is India's message to the world that economy and ecology are not conflicting fields and progress of the country can happen along with protecting the environment. Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates year-long celebrations of Hyderabad Liberation Day. National Logistics Policy to be launched in New Delhi this evening. President, Vice President, Union Ministers and other leaders wish Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his birthday. Bharatiya Janata Party is celebrating Mr. Modi's birthday by organizing Seva Pakhwada across the country. E-auction of gifts presented to Prime Minister Narendra Modi begins. In Davis Cup tennis tournament, Indian duo Yuki Bhamri and Saket Maineni to take on Norwegian pair of Viktor Durosevic and Kasper Ruud at Lillehammer. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देखते हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे।
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ वाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
प्रतियोगी परीक्षाओं की तैयारी अगर कर रहे हैं आप, तो ऑल इंडिया रेडियो की पेशकश अभ्यास है आपके लिए। इस बार का विषय है एंशिएंट इंडियन हिस्ट्री और आप अपने सवाल हमें 14 सितंबर तक व्हाट्सएप करें 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करें abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to Midday News. President Draupadi Murmu and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankad have extended best wishes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his birthday. Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur and several other leaders have also extended best wishes to the Prime Minister on his birthday. The Prime Minister wished that the nation-building campaign being carried out by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi with incomparable hard work, dedication and creativity continues to progress. She prayed to God for the good health and long life of Mr. Modi. The Vice President said Modi's transformative vision and inspirational leadership have elevated India to newer heights of glory. He prayed for good health and happiness of the Prime Minister. In a tweet, Amit Shah said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's life is the epitome of service and dedication. He said, Mr. Modi has instilled a sense of hope and faith in crores of people by giving them their rights for the first time after independence. He said New India has emerged as a world power under the vision and leadership of Prime Minister. Rajnath Singh said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a new dimension to politics in the country and has given priority to the welfare of the poor. Mr. Birla prayed to God for Prime Minister's healthy and long life. He said under Mr. Modi's able leadership, the country is moving towards becoming a developed nation. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has created a strong image of India on the world stage with his energetic leadership. Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama has greeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his birthday today. In a letter to Mr. Modi, Dalai Lama sent him warm wishes and prayers for his good health. He added that India has successfully met the challenges posed by the coronavirus pandemic and today the country is better placed to address similar challenges in the future. He added that India is also a rising economic power and a leader in science and technology. BJP is celebrating Prime Minister Narendra Modi's birthday by organizing Seva Pakhwada, a service fortnight across the country from today till the 2nd of next month. In his address at the party headquarters in New Delhi, party president JP Nadda said on the occasion that the Prime Minister has devoted his life for the development of the country and service to humanity. Mr. Nadda also appealed to the party workers to participate in the Seva Pakhwada in large numbers. He inaugurated an exhibition based on the life of Mr. Modi and met the people who donated blood at the blood donation camp. Union Minister Meenakshi Lekhi also inaugurated a blood donation camp in Jangpura area of the national capital. During the service fortnight, party workers will render their services in various activities like organizing blood donation camps and free health checkup camps. Besides, free medical implants would be given to Divyangjan at various places by the party workers and free COVID booster doses would be administered by taking those to the vaccination centers who cannot go there. During the fortnight, TB patients would be adopted for a year by the BJP leaders.
A series of events are being organized today to celebrate the 72nd birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his home state Gujarat. Our correspondent reports that the state BJP will organize Seva Pakhwada from today to mark the Prime Minister's birthday. We have a report.
To mark the birthday celebrations of PM Narendra Modi, various programs such as blood donation camps, tree plantation and cleanliness drive are being organized across the state today. Gujarat BJP has organized blood donation camps at around 579 centers in the state. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will inaugurate a painting exhibition depicting PM Modi's life journey by Dubai-based artist Mr. Akbar in Ahmedabad today. Several religious programs such as Yagna, Havan and Mahapujas are being organized at several temples in the state, including the first Jyotirling Somnath Bhojraji Temple for the long life of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Aparna Khun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
INB Minister Anurag Thakur today inaugurated BJP's blood donation camp at Sayan Kolivara in Mumbai on the occasion of Mr. Modi's birthday. Speaking on the occasion, he said that the development of poor and that of the country is the dream of Prime Minister Modi. Mr. Thakur expressed confidence that the country will take a giant leap forward in progress. Many BJP local leaders from Mumbai were present on the occasion.
Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has called upon people to come forward and donate blood as part of Raktadaan Amrit Mahotsav, a countrywide mega voluntary blood donation drive. He said donating blood not just fulfills the national requirement but also is a great service to society and humanity. Dr. Mandavia also donated blood at the blood donation camp organized at Safdarjung Hospital in New Delhi today. The minister noted that the campaign aims at increasing awareness regarding regular voluntary blood donation. He said it also aims at ensuring that blood or its components are available, accessible, affordable and safe. He also met the donors at the camp and appreciated their selfless act of donating blood. As per 2021 statistics, India's annual requirement of blood for transfusion is around 1.5 crore units. Earlier, in her message, Minister of State for Health Dr. Bharati Praveen Pawar said the launch of this drive demonstrates government's people and human-centric approach.
हम जन भागीदारी के माध्यम से रक्तदान करके किसी की जान बचाने के मानवीय कार्य में प्रतिभागी हो सकते हैं। स्वैच्छिक रक्तदान के लिए यह विशेष अभियान 1 अक्टूबर तक प्रभावी रहेगा, जो राष्ट्रीय स्वैच्छिक रक्तदान दिवस भी है। हम सभी को यह अवश्य ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि इस मानवीय कार्य की सफलता भारत की सामूहिक शक्ति अर्थात हमारे नागरिकों के समर्थन के बिना लगभग असंभव कार्य है।
The e-auction of gifts presented to Prime Minister Narendra Modi began today. The auction will continue till 2nd of next month. 1,222 mementos will be e-auctioned during this period. The mementos include Ganesh idol, model of Ayodhya temple, statue of Swami Vivekanand, Netaji sculpture, paintings and sports equipment among other things gifted to the Prime Minister. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, Culture Minister G. Kishan Reddy said, Mr. Modi is the first Prime Minister of the country to auction all the gifts he receives for the noble cause of conserving river Ganga through Namami Gange. Mr. Reddy said the lowest base price of the gift is 100 rupees and the highest base price is 5 lakh rupees. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said in the last 8 years the government has helped in every way to empower self-help groups. He added that today more than 8 crore women across the country are associated with this campaign. Participating at the Women Self-Help Groups conference in Karhal, he said a huge difference between the India of the last century and the new India of this century has come as a representation of Nari Shakti. In today's New India, from Panchayat Bhavan to Rashtrapati Bhavan, the flag of women power is flying.
आज के नए भारत में पंचायत भवन से लेकर राष्ट्रपति भवन तक नारी शक्ति का परचम लहरा रहा है। हाल ही में संपन्न हुए पंचायत चुनावों में पूरे मध्य प्रदेश में लगभग 17,000 बहनें जनप्रतिनिधि के रूप में चुनी गई है। ये बड़े बदलाव का संकेत है। आजादी की लड़ाई में सशस्त्र संघर्ष से लेकर सत्याग्रह तक देश की बेटियां किसी से पीछे नहीं रही है।
Varanasi has been nominated as the first ever Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO tourism and cultural capital during 2022-23. It was announced at the 22nd meeting of SCO Council of Heads of State in Samarkand, Uzbekistan yesterday. The External Affairs Ministry said the nomination will promote tourism, cultural and humanitarian exchanges between India and the SCO member countries. The ministry said it also underlines countries' ancient civilizational links with member states of SCO, especially the Central Asian republics. Under the framework of this major cultural outreach program, a number of events will be hosted in Varanasi, during which guests will be invited to participate from SCO member states. These events are expected to attract Indologists, scholars, authors, musicians and artists, photojournalists and travel bloggers. Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public servant broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio.
आजाद भारत की बात आकाशवाणी के साथ, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. From 15th August, the series is being broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio.
In today's episode, we will bring you the story of Silicon Revolution in India.
India has been a destination for outsourced software and support services. Since the late 1980s, it enhanced country's wealth, provided employment and fueled urbanization. From 2014, policy boost given by the central government has encouraged the startup and innovation culture. In the Global Innovation Index, India improved its ranking from 81 to 52 between 2015 and 2019. In 2019, the country ranked third in the world in terms of attracting investment for technology transactions. Information technology and cyber security expert Dr. Pavan Duggal says that during the last 75 years, India has nurtured its IT sector in a distinctive manner.
In the coming time, this IT sector is going to play a central lifeline role in the life of the nation, because as more and more Indians have come onto the digital bandwagon and as new technologies will go ahead and redefine India's progress, given the fact that India has emerged as the second and now most populous nation in the world, the IT sector will effectively be leading the nation in terms of thought leadership, in terms of its contribution to excellence and in terms of contributing toward modernization, digitization of almost all sectors of human activity. And I see India to be a role model for a large number of other countries who want to see how a nation can actually model its IT sector for its future growth and progress.
Ministry of Human Resource Development and Department of Science and Technology have agreed to partner in an initiative to set up over 75 startup support hubs in premier institutes like NITs and IITs. Several companies are setting up incubation centers in Bangalore, Chennai, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Noida, Pune, Trivandrum and Vijayawada. India, which had barely any connectivity in 2014, became the second most connected nation in the world with 560 million internet users. The number of smartphone users has leaped from 86 million 5 years ago to 450 million today. This success rate has encouraged interest in digital entrepreneurship as a career path, as indicated by a recent survey of young people in India. A third of the respondents indicated interest in entrepreneurship as a career.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath can be accessed on @AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune into All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended his best wishes to the countrymen on the occasion of Lord Vishwakarma Jayanti today. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said his heartfelt greetings to the Karma Yogis associated with all kinds of creative works. He said skill and duties of Karma Yogis is going to take the country to new heights. In Davis Cup tennis tournament, India's doubles team of Yuki Bhamri and Saket Maineni will take on the pair of Viktor Durasovic and Kasper Ruth today at Haukunds Hall in Lillehammer, Norway. The match will begin at 5:30 p.m. Indian time. Later today in reverse singles, Prajnesh Guneshwaran will face Viktor Durasovic and Ramkumar Ramanathan will face Kasper Ruth. India need to win the tie and progress to next year's Davis Cup qualifying round. A loss will see India drop into the World Group 1 playoff stage. Indian Prajnesh Guneshwaran lost to US Open finalist Kasper Ruth, while Ramkumar Ramanathan was beaten by Viktor Durasovic yesterday in the World Group 1 tie with identical score lines of 6-1, 6-4. After yesterday's match, Norway leads India 2-0. There are 24 nations including India competing in the World Group 1 stage of Davis Cup 2022. The 12 winners will advance to next year's qualifying round, while the losers will drop into Group 1 playoff zone. India's medal hope in men's freestyle wrestling Bajrang Punia will begin his World Wrestling Championship campaign today in Belgrade, Serbia. The 2020 Olympic bronze medalist will be in action in the 65 kg category. Having already won 3 medals at the World Championships, Punia is aiming for a record 4th medal in the competition. Bajrang Punia is a second seed and will start his campaign directly from the pre-quarter finals. In World Youth Chess Championship, India's Pranav Anand and A.R. Ilamparidi won titles in the Open Under-16 and Under-14 categories respectively in Mamaya in Romania yesterday. The top-seeded Anand scored 9 points from 11 rounds to emerge clear winner. Anand's compatriot M. Pranesh, who was the second seed, finished joint third with 8 points along with 3 others.
The normal life has been affected due to heavy rains in Uttarakhand's Dehradun, Chamoli, Bageshwar, Champawat, Nainital and Almora for the last 48 hours. Several roads have been blocked due to heavy rain and landslides. Due to the continuous rains in the mountainous region, the rivers and streams in the plains are in spate. People have been asked to stay at safe places. There are reports of damage to 2 residential buildings in Bageshwar and 1 in Almora. Chamoli administration has closed the area for tourists till tomorrow. Snowfall has also occurred on the higher hills of Badrinath and Kedarnath. The holiday has been declared in schools in the hilly region. The Met Department has issued a yellow alert in Dehradun, Bageshwar and Tehri of the state as well. Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for the day. The national capital Delhi is expected to have generally cloudy sky. Mumbai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Chennai is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Kolkata will have thunderstorm with rain. Hyderabad will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Bengaluru will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Itanagar, Shillong and Agartala is likely to have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches world's first cheetah rehabilitation project by releasing 8 cheetahs brought from Namibia at MP's Kuno National Park. Prime Minister says Project Cheetah is India's message to the world that economy and ecology are not conflicting fields and progress of the country can happen along with protecting the environment. Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates year-long celebrations of Hyderabad Liberation Day. National logistics policy to be launched in New Delhi this evening. President, Vice President, Union Ministers and other leaders wish Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his birthday. Bharatiya Janata Party is celebrating Mr. Modi's birthday by organizing Seva Pakhwada across the country. e-auction of gifts presented to Prime Minister Narendra Modi begins. And in Davis Cup tennis tournament, Indian duo of Yuki Bhambri and Saket Maineni to take on Norwegian pair of Viktor Durasovic and Kasper Ruth at Lillehammer. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.